the work itself, or desire for personal growth. Quiet achievement also involves mastering the art of timing, knowing when to share accomplishments and when to let them stand on their own. This requires developing good judgment about what serves the greater good versus what serves the ego. Sometimes sharing achievements can inspire others or create valuable opportunities for collaboration. Other times, letting them be discovered naturally creates more impact and respect. This approach to achievement often leads to unexpected benefits. When you're not constantly promoting your accomplishments, people tend to pay more attention when you do speak about them. Your words carry more weight because they're not diluted by constant self-promotion. Additionally, this approach often leads to deeper satisfaction as you learn to appreciate your achievements for their intrinsic value rather than their social impact. Another important aspect of quiet achievement is the focus on process over outcomes. While goals and results are important, the quiet achiever understands that true mastery comes from consistent, dedicated effort over time. This perspective helps maintain motivation and confidence, even when immediate results aren't visible or recognized by others. The practice of quiet achievement also involves developing discernment about feedback and recognition. Not all feedback is equally valuable, and not all recognition is worth pursuing. Learning to filter feedback and recognition through your own values and standards helps maintain focus on what truly matters. This principle particularly shines in professional settings, where consistent, high-quality work often has more impact than self-promotion. People notice and remember those who consistently deliver results more than those who constantly talk about their achievements. This creates a strong foundation for long-term career success and leadership opportunities. Quiet achievement also contributes to building authentic relationships and respect among peers. When you're not constantly seeking attention or recognition, you create space for others to shine and grow. This generosity often leads to stronger professional networks and more meaningful collaborations. 4. Embracing authenticity, the freedom of being genuinely yourself. Authenticity and confidence represents a paradigm shift from traditional approaches to self-assurance. Instead of trying to project an idealized image or conform to others' expectations, authentic confidence emerges from accepting and expressing your true self, including your imperfections and vulnerabilities. The journey toward authenticity begins with self-acceptance, a deep and often challenging process of acknowledging and embracing all aspects of yourself. This includes not just your strengths and achievements, but also your weaknesses, quirks, and perceived flaws. It's about understanding that these elements are not defects to be hidden, but rather parts of what makes you uniquely you. This principle challenges the perfectionism that often masquerades as confidence. True authenticity recognizes that perfection is not only impossible, but undesirable. Your unique combination of strengths and weaknesses, successes and failures creates the texture and depth that make you interesting and relatable to others. Embracing authenticity requires courage, the courage to be seen as you truly are, rather than hiding behind a carefully constructed facade. This vulnerability, paradoxically, becomes a source of strength. When you're no longer expending energy maintaining an image or hiding parts of yourself, you free up tremendous resources for growth and genuine connection. The practice of authenticity also involves developing discernment about feedback and criticism. Not all feedback needs to be taken to heart, and not all criticism is valid or useful. Authentic confidence allows you to evaluate feedback based on your values and goals rather than automatically accepting or rejecting it. Authenticity in professional settings can be particularly challenging, but potentially transformative. While maintaining appropriate professional boundaries, bringing your authentic self to work can lead to more meaningful connections, innovative solutions, and effective leadership. It allows you to contribute unique perspectives and approaches that might otherwise remain hidden. This principle also involves understanding and accepting your natural rhythms and preferences. Instead of forcing yourself into someone else's model of success or productivity, authentic confidence allows you to work with your natural strengths and tendencies while finding ways to manage or compensate for your weaknesses. Embracing authenticity doesn't mean being rigid or inflexible. True authenticity includes the capacity for growth and change while maintaining core values and integrity. It's about evolving naturally rather than forcing change to meet external expectations. The practice of authenticity also extends to how you relate to others. When you're authentic, authentic, you're more likely to form genuine connections based on mutual understanding and respect rather than superficial commonalities or social obligations. This leads to more meaningful relationships and stronger support networks. Perhaps most importantly, embracing authenticity creates a foundation for lasting confidence that isn't dependent on external circumstances or achievements. When you truly accept yourself, including your imperfections, you become more resilient to criticism and setbacks. 5. Building internal worth. Establishing an unshakable core of self-value. Building internal worth represents the culmination of confidence development, the establishment of a stable, enduring sense of self-value that remains constant regardless of external circumstances. This principle goes beyond self-esteem to create a deeper, more fundamental understanding of inherent worth. The foundation of internal worth lies in separating your fundamental value as a human being from your achievements, possessions, or social status. This doesn't mean these things aren't important or valuable. Rather, it means recognizing that they don't determine your basic worth as a person. This principle requires developing a nuanced understanding of the relationship between accomplishments and self-worth. While achievements can be satisfying and meaningful, they should enhance rather than determine your sense of value. This perspective allows you to pursue goals from a place of growth and purpose rather than desperation or fear. Building internal worth involves developing a strong sense of personal values and living in alignment with them. This creates a stable foundation for decision-making and behavior that isn't swayed by external pressures or temporary circumstances. It allows you to maintain integrity even when it's challenging or costly. This approach to self-value also requires developing healthy boundaries and standards for how you allow others to treat you. When your worth comes from within, you're less likely to accept disrespect or mistreatment from others, and more likely to surround yourself with people who recognize and respect your value. The practice of building internal worth includes developing self-compassion and resilience. This means learning to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend, particularly during times of difficulty or failure. Internal worth also influences how you view and pursue success. Rather than chasing external markers of success to prove your worth, you can pursue goals that align with your values and bring genuine fulfillment. This often leads to more sustainable and meaningful achievements. This principle extends to how you handle both success and failure. When your worth isn't tied to outcomes, you can take more risks, learn from failures, and celebrate successes without becoming dependent on them for your sense of value. Building internal worth also involves developing emotional intelligence and self-awareness. This includes understanding your triggers, managing your emotions effectively, and maintaining perspective during challenging situations. Perhaps most importantly, strong internal worth creates a foundation for authentic leadership and positive influence. When you're secure in your own value, you can focus on contributing to others and making a meaningful impact without needing constant validation or recognition. Practical steps to build this confidence. 1. Practice self-acceptance daily. 2. Focus on internal growth rather than external validation. 3. Stay true to your values and preferences. 4. Accept feedback without becoming defensive. 5. Celebrate your achievements quietly. 6. Build genuine connections rather than superficial networks. Remember, true confidence isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more authentically yourself. It's not a destination, but a journey of self-discovery and growth. This isn't about manipulating others or gaining power over them. It's about developing the kind of quiet strength that naturally attracts opportunities and builds meaningful relationships. Your journey to authentic confidence starts with accepting yourself exactly as you are, while remaining open to growth and improvement. That's the foundation of real, lasting confidence.